Hopefully this is going to be the last one about the brakes. I've done the master cylinder, I've done the caliper, I've given it all a good clean through, I've bled for Britain, and it still feels very weak. In fact, I've put my Triumph t-shirt on because the brake is still a lot weaker than the brakes on the front of my Triumph Bonneville oil-in frame 1972 model, and they were notoriously weak. So this time what I'm going to do, I bought some braided lines. Now this is from a manufacturer I've never used before, and I've used most of them, and they were quite inexpensive, so my hopes weren't high at first, but now I've received them, they really look good quality, and I'm actually quite impressed at the price. So I'm going to fit these and see how they work out. If it's good, then the link I'll put in the description might be of use to you. If not, then maybe not. This shouldn't be a long video. Basically, I've just got to remove the brake fluid, take the lines off, swap the rubber ones for the metal ones. Shouldn't take too long, so I won't do too much chatting throughout it. The length looks good, and I'm pretty sure the fixings that they've fitted to either end are really good. Now that's the bottom one. The top one is shorter than I would have expected it to be shorter, because I think this originally had very high bars and I had a hell of a lot of spare on that. Now the other good thing is nice new stainless banjo bolts and new crush washers. Must make sure I do put a little bit of copperies on the stainless. We don't want them getting seized up, do we? I actually chose, it's called Carbo Look, and the reason being is it looks more like a fabric. It's not too glossy, and I think it'll be quite unobtrusive on the bike, especially as it's not, you know, looking anything custom, so I didn't want any garish colours. I'll have to have a look once I've actually fitted them, but so far I'm really pleased with what I decided on. The junction that screws to the bottom yoke actually also has the brake light switch, so if I was going for a single braided cable all the way from the master cylinder to the brake, I'd have to think about how I was going to actually work with that and probably put some kind of brake switch at the top or at the bottom, probably at the top. As it is, I'm just going with the standard thing. I'll give that a little bit of a clean once I've dismantled it. that's the lines on, what I'll do now, before I tighten everything, is I'll make sure that the routing is okay and it's not going to chafe on anything. So I'll do that, then I'll tighten them. I think that the actual switch block was a bit over tightened, and then I'll bleed them and see how it goes. Well, compared to how that felt before, that is phenomenal. Can't wait to get out on a ride. That does feel like a transformation. Need to get it out and have a bit of a test ride and make sure I check all the junctions so that they're not leaking again. But I'm very pleased, and from what I can see, I can do nothing but recommend these braided hoses by Wezmoto. Very good quality, comes with all the parts, nice lengths of hose, worked out a treat. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, why not subscribe or give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching anyway.